Hey guys, Scout here, the Hopeless Wanderer. So what have I been up to? Well, let me tell you. Sunday when I got out of work, I had the bike packed and with me, and I hopped on and I headed over to Cleveland, and I hung out with Rick and Rhonda and the Chrome Contessas for the Labor Day. It's a little rainy, but you know, we made the best of it. They had a cookout, and we had a great day. You know, met some new members, met some old members, so it was a great time, nice and relaxing. I left out there yesterday morning about 7:15 in the rain, but it wasn't like crazy rain. It was like missed the windshield up, a couple spots. Got to where it soaked all the way through my pant legs, but the temperature wasn't bad. It was probably in the mid 60s, low 70s, so I didn't even bother putting on the rain gear. And quite honestly, my rain gear is still from when I was 100 pounds heavier. So I'm in no hurry to put that on unless I absolutely have to. So I rolled through there. About the time I hit Columbus, Ohio, the rain started to disappear, and it was perfect. It was actually perfect weather. It was warm, but it wasn't hot. It wasn't too sunny. Like, I actually rode with my yellows on probably until maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when I finally, right around St. Louis, I had to stop and put the sunglasses on. So I rolled into Kansas City last night. I'm staying with the Bylans from the Kansas City Curve Slayers chapter. Kristen and Mary Beth, they are awesome. Mary Beth smoked ribs, so they were all ready when I got here. What a beautiful thing. But what I wanted to do with this video, besides update you guys on what I've been doing, is yesterday when I was rolling through Indianapolis, I hit a bump. I mean, and I know some of you know what I'm talking about, like the kind of bump that feels like your spine's gonna come out the top of your helmet. And a couple miles later, I looked down and my Speedo was locked at 70 miles an hour. My odometer was dead. Everything on that left big dial on my Ultra was dead. And I was like, oh crap. I knew it had to do with the bump. I was just hoping like something didn't get pinched or cut in the process, but everything else worked. I pulled over, I took the front fairing off. I tried to see if there was something maybe that got knocked loose just on that dial. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't really want to waste a lot of time because it was a solid 12-hour day from Cleveland to Kansas City. So I didn't want to keep them waiting. So I just hopped on back, kept rolling. I actually set the GPS MapQuest on my phone so that I could set my cruise at the proper speed, and then I didn't really worry about that. I didn't have a Speedo. So this morning I got up. The girls are already out. They had to go to work early. So I figured, you know, before I take it to the dealership, Outlaw Harley is literally just like a few miles up the road, or I'm heading to my mom's house. I'll shoot down to Myers-Durham, worst case scenario. But I got in here and I started checking fuses, and I'm gonna, hopefully you guys are gonna be able to see this. So under your left side panel is your fuse cover. So you take that off, and it's kind of dark, sorry about that. You get in here, and I started pulling these fuses one at a time, turning the bike on, seeing what was gonna work. Nothing seemed to reset that. So I was like, okay, one last ditch effort. So I got in here, and this big red one right here, that's your main fuse. That controls all the power to your fuse box, period. So I'm like, let me pull the main fuse, give it a minute to reset and put it back in. Sure enough, turn the bike on, bang, I have everything back. Now I did lose those 500 miles from Indianapolis to Kansas City, so I'll have to get with Deb at the end of the season to correct that. But the good news is I got everything back and up and running, and you know, I didn't really think much of it, and I was like, oh, it's no big deal. I just don't have this. I can work around this. But when I was almost here, it dawned on me, if my check engine light were to come on, if I was having some kind of catastrophic issue going on that I needed to turn the bike off, that's all on that dial right there. And when I say the left dial, let me just come around here and I'm gonna show you. So on my Ultra, I actually have 6 dials. So I have my fuel, my temperature. This is my Speedo. This is my tack. Then I got my charging, my charge system, and this is my oil. So this dial right here, my Speedo and the odometer and everything was dead. Like, this was just stuck on like 78 miles an hour, which is what the speed was when it went out, and it was just stuck there. So good news. So like when all else fails, you know, like just do a major reset on it, take and stop that whole process. I knew it had to be probably a fuse because I could see a little bit of, you know, the numbers were flickering on my odometer, like it looked like to me. Anyway, I could see them just super, super faint. And so if it was an issue where the wire got cut, it was making just enough contact that was getting a little bit of power to that. I don't know why pulling the main fuse would reset that, because if the main fuse was loose, nothing on the bike would have worked. But, you know, just sometimes it's a Hail Mary, just trying everything you can think of to get it to go. So now I don't have to make a stop at the Harley dealership, so that'll save me a lot of money. And yeah, I'm gonna get packed up here in a little bit and start heading down. I'm gonna spend the day with my mama, and tomorrow I'm heading to Motoc, and I'm gonna have a great time. You know, I love hanging with my Midwest sisters. These are my people. These are my love right here. So, and then who knows where the wind will blow us. We are on Adventure 2022. Yeah, all I know is I'm heading towards Western Roundup, and how I get there, I got like 3 weeks to figure it out. So for now, I'm Scout. I'm out. Adventure on.